Okay, so this is the board game that I have designed. And notice at the top is a Mockingjay, because this is a Hunger Games inspired board game. And the top is also the actual board itself. Okay, so as I was saying, this is the actual board itself. And inside the box, you have a pair of dice, and you have the little pieces. Now each piece is a different color. So we got white, black, and gold. And if there is a fourth player, we have a blank one, just in case. But there are 3 colors on the board. Now each tile has a different color on it, and each tile color corresponds with one of these 3 cards. So if you land on black, you get a character question. And gold is a symbolism question, and white is a story question. So the whole premise of the game is you roll a die, and you go however many spaces that number gives. And if whatever tile you land on, you have to answer a question. If you get it right, you get to stay on that tile. Here's the catch. If you get it wrong, you have to go back that many spaces. So this is where the strategy comes in. So the whole premise is you got to get all the way around the board. And the more questions you get right, the better chances you have of winning the game. Inside, there are also a sheet of directions, if you can read that. So I'm going to read the directions for anyone who can't read that. Directions. Place your pieces on the start here square on the board. Now I did not put a start here square on the board, but that would be right here where the black and white are, because notice there's no gold in between. So that is where you start. Put your places on the start here square on the board. The objective of the game is to go all the way around the board by rolling a die. The catch is that if you land on a square, you need to pull a card that contrasts to the color square. Black is a character question, white is a story question, and gold is a symbolism question. If you get the questions correct, you get to proceed the number that you rolled. However, if you get the question wrong, you do not move and your turn is skipped. Once back at the starting square, you win. All right, so we have our die. Now, the reason I left such a big space right here is this is where you're supposed to roll the die, because they're pretty small. Like, this is them in my hand. They're pretty small. I don't want them to get lost, so it's a rule that you have to roll it in here. Okay, so we got a 6. So that means we go 6 spaces, starting at the black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is where your partner picks up a yellow card, because we landed on gold, and they have to read you this question. What does the symbol of the Mockingjay mean in the book? And then they have the answer down here. Now, if I had a friend reading this to me, I would have to answer this question. This down here is the answer to the question, and as long as they say something along the lines of this answer, they get to stay on that space. But if they get it wrong, they have to go back. Let's try again. All right, so we got a 10, so that's a good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we only landed on a white square this time. So this is a story question. True or false? Katniss was called up for the reaping. Answer is false. She volunteered. All right. So we're just gonna say that I got that right. All right. So we got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another yellow card. What does ruse symbolize in the book? Purity, innocence, the point that such innocence does not belong in an evil place like the arena, right? Now, let's roll one more. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another yellow card. What is the symbolism of Katniss's dress? Hint, girl on fire. So there are some hints to some of these questions. And the fire is supposed to symbolize her fiery spirit and attitude. So notice I am 2 away from the black square, which means I have to roll a 2. Now you are allowed to only roll 1 die, and because I only have to roll a 2, I'm only going to roll 1 die. So that was a 6, so I can't go that turn. But if I did roll a 2, I'd land on a black square where you have to answer a character question. And if you answer the question correct, you win. Now say I rolled a 2 and I got it wrong, you have to go back that many. See how that works? So that's how you play this game. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.